So this is Toon Boom Studio 7.1. There are more advanced versions, of course, but with this particular tablet of mine, I have a bit of an older version of Toon Boom yet, but I mean, it still does the job. Yes. So this is the simple interface of Toon Boom. Let me just create a new layer so I can explain it properly. So now, for those of you who are also familiar with Photoshop and other editing softwares, as you know, we have the layer panel. So Toon Boom also has its own layer panel, and you can access this layer panel or create new layers by clicking this little plus icon you see over here. So I'm going to tap it. And unlike the other design softwares, Toon Boom has different types of layers. We have the drawing layer, we have the sound layer, we have the image layer, and we have the vector layer. We have so many layers. With this one, I'm going to demonstrate the drawing layer. So I'm going to click OK because it was automatically set on the drawing layer. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, so there you have it. You have your drawing tools here on the left. This is basically the mover tool. This is the shape tool, and right now it's on rectangle, so it's giving you the rectangle tool. This is the fill bucket tool or the paint tool. This is the eraser. So before I continue with the rest of the icons, let me just demonstrate to you what these little tools do. So I'm just going to make a stroke. I'm going to select the rectangle tool and just click and drag here. Now you're seeing this color because my color is set on color city 2, that's a sky blue, but I can also undo it by clicking this back arrow here at the top. There's the undo, yes, and this is the redo button. This is your save button, and this is your new page button. So let me just change my color, and this is my color palette. As you can see here, there are so many options. You can scroll through to choose any color of your choice. So I'm going to click and drag to create my rectangle shape. Now of course you know what the eraser tool does. I can erase parts of the eraser. You can adjust the size of the eraser. So here you have it, maximum size, minimum size. So you can adjust it. You have a huge eraser size. It works exactly as Microsoft Paint, for those of you who are familiar with Microsoft Paint. Yes. So but anytime you adjust your eraser, it affects your pencil size also. So this drop down arrow over here, you can click it and it gives you other drawing options. So we have the pencil, we have the brush. My favorite is the brush, by the way. So I'm going to select the brush, and I'm going to adjust my brush size to, let's say, 5. You can make a stroke, you can do whatever you want, yeah. So I'm going to undo. This is the cut and paste tool. This is the keyframe tool or the transform tool, to add certain motions in the still images. This is also a mover tool or a select tool. And basically these are the tools that you need for animation. These are your onion skin tools. If you say onion skin, well, onion skin basically shows you your previous drawings. If you want to draw over your previous drawing, it gives you a faint image of your previous drawing to trace over your previous drawing. So let's say if I was supposed to make a circle, right, and I move to, and this is your timeline, over here is your timeline, and attached with your layer panel. So if I want to, let's say, create a different type of circle, I go on my second keyframe. Now as soon as I move from the original object that I just illustrated to my second keyframe, my ball goes away, or my circle goes away, but you can still see it by turning on the onion skin option, and it's there. It gives you a faint red image of your previous drawing to draw over it or draw something different or similar to it. Yes. So like again, this is the undo button. Yeah, basically, yeah. So this is Toon Boom Studio 7. It's very easy to use, and I hope you research more to do wonderful stuff. Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to talk about lip syncing, or basically adding sound files to illustrated or animated images. So, like I demonstrated before, I'm sure you all know the layers. We're going to deal with a sound layer. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click this. Let me just record the screen so that I can have this. Yes, as reference. Okay, so I'm clicking this plus icon, and we're dealing with a sound layer now. So sound. Okay, and let's import sound. It could be any sound at all. So we're going to import sound. You press hold or you right click if you're using a mouse, and then you choose the import sound file. So we're going to press choose music. We have so many sound. I have so many sound effects here. Let's just use choral, or forgive the funny names you're seeing. That's how I name my sound file sometimes. Yeah. So as you can see, it's importing. I'm going to teach you how to make the characters talk. We have something called lip syncing. When our lips are moving, R, O, E. So yes, we have our sound here imported, and it's actually quite a long file. So we're not going to use everything. I think we're just going to use a little bit of it. So I'll just click from here, drag to the end and delete because it's quite long. We're not going to use everything. Yes. So if the camera is picking this, as you can see, I've clicked and I'm dragging all the way to the end to delete the rest, because we don't need that. We just need to demonstrate how to add a sound file to an existing image or illustration. So yes, delete. Great. So now let's create a new drawing layer. So I'm going to click the plus icon. We're dealing with a new drawing layer, so it's already automatically set on drawing. So okay, yes, and I'm going to draw, let's say, a round face. Let's increase the pencil size. So we're going to draw, let's say, a round face, right? I have my funny eyes. I don't know if most of you know, we do some. It's also one of my very popular YouTube series I have going on, comic series I have going on, and basically this is how I draw those characters. So we have the eyes here. So we have our face. Let's fill it. Let's color it. So my color tool, my color palette is here. Let's fill it with, let's say, yellow. Yes, and the eyes white, the eyeballs white, and the pupils black. Nice. Now we're going to click and hold, copy, and move all the way to the last end of the sound file. Click and hold and paste. Yeah. Now we're going to create our lips, our lips. And we have to create I usually like to create 4 sets of lips. So we have the R, E, O, and yes, or maybe yeah. So let's create a new drawing layer. Okay, right. So I'm going to click my brush tool. I usually like to use the brush tool, or the brush tool and the pencil tool. It gives similar effects. And I'm used to the brush tool, so I like the brush tool. All right. So we're going to create our first lip movement. That's the ah. Okay. I'm going to fill it with. Or you know what? Let me just try and create some teeth in there. To make it more realistic. Oh, I'm sure that there's a little bug with my software, so it's loading. I hope it doesn't crash. Let me just make sure my screen is recording. Okay, so I've created my first lip, the R lip movement. Let's create our second lip movement. Let's say the O or U. So, yep. Let's create our third one. So, yeah. Let's create our fourth E. I kind of look silly doing this, right? But it's part of the job. So E, create some strokes here, to give the teeth effect. Let's fill it with white. Bucket. White. Okay. So we have the R, O, and E, right? Great. Now we're going to name this mouth, the layer mouth. So mouth. Okay. Enter. All right. Now, so what's the name? Okay, so let's fill this one because it looks kind of empty. Let's fill this one. Let's give it a little bit of teeth in there. Oh, sorry. Choose the color black. Bit of teeth in there. And fill it with white. And inside of the mouth, black. Voila. So if you click and hold, the name of this keyframe shows at the bottom. So mouth 1. So that means this will be mouth 2. O will be mouth 2. Let's fill it with black. O will be mouth 2. Will be 3. And A will be 4. So let's add our sound. Click the plus button, drag down to sound. Okay. And I usually have so you click and hold and import sound file. And usually I have my sound files in my music folder. We're going to pick a very short sound file. Let's say we do, right? So open. Yes. So what we're doing is that we're importing our sound file. I hope this is not a very long sound file. Yes. So it's importing. Yes. So in animation, everything you see is drawn, and sometimes we animators, we wish that the clients, understand that to a very large extent. Yes. Let me just drag this over the keyframe to see if the sound is playing all right. Let me give it volume. All right. Okay. Okay, this is a very funny sound clip. I'm not even supposed to use it, but I'm sure maybe let me just cut the rest out. It's very, very, very funny sound clip. Go check out We Do Song on YouTube. It's also another YouTube series that I run over there. So wow, this is very long. This is like very, very long. If the camera is getting this, I'm still trying to delete the rest of the sound file. It's very, very, very long. Yeah. Okay, we're almost at the end. Yep, we're here. So click, hold, delete. We've deleted it because I just need to demonstrate how to add a sound file, to the already illustrated images. Okay, so like I said, the R is mouth 1 or 1. O is 2, so O 2, so 2. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to, the O doesn't necessarily have to be 2. It's because of where or the number I drew the O, that's why. Is 3. And or A is 4. So what we're going to do here is that we need to put the sound and then the lip movement in synchrony. So we're going to click, hold, and edit sound. You know, the option edit sound. So what you do is that you click the sound you're dealing with and then click the lip sync option to run a lip sync analysis through the sound file that you've imported. So what Toon Boom is doing is it's calculating the sound file you've imported to see how it's going to be in synchrony with your lip movement you've illustrated. So let's try it.
Hello? Yeah, hello.
So if you can see on my right corner here in this panel, the lips are moving according to the voice that Toon Boom picked.
Hello? Yeah, hello.
Exactly. So okay, we're good to go. So now the final step, you know, in putting these two layers in synchrony. I'm going to click, hold, and now modify. So we're going to map the sound to the lips. Now remember, so already Toon Boom has detected that our mouth, it has detected the layer that we're working with, the sound and the layer of lips that we're working with. So it's already here. So we have our starting at A, but we have to rename it, or Toon Boom won't pick because our file is not named A, it's named 1, or mouth 1. So we have a R1, 2 as 2, and then 3 as So now the first one we're going to rename the A as 3. Yes, so we've done that, 3. We have the A as, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4. So we're going to rename B as 4. So it's here. And the R is 1, so we're going to rename the R as 1. Okay. And we have another type of R, you know, because we have R and R, you know, yeah, so many types of R's, you know, yeah. So 1, yes. And we have O or U, you know, like O, you owe me money, like O, you, see? So O, so we're going to O, and O is 2. So we're going to rename E to 2. So 2. Okay. Now we have another type of U here, so 2. So we're going to rename to 2. I'm trying to map the two layers, you know, to put them in synchrony. Get it? So we have the so I sound kind of ridiculous, right? You know, 4. And then let's just name this last layer 3, because it looks like the and now is 3. So okay, and automatically these two layers are mapped. So I'm going to press play and put, this is the repeat button. So press play.
Hello? Yeah, hello.
You get it? Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, hello.
Yes, I think our head didn't reach our last keyframes. Yes. So press play.
Hello? Yeah, hello. Hello? Yeah, hello.
Yes, I mean, this is a very depressing hello, but I mean, you get my point. Yeah. So there we have it. We've been able to map the two layers together, lip sync and adding a sound file to an already illustrated image. Yeah. So thank you for watching. See you in the next session. Like I said, my name is Pierre and I'm out.